Hello, friends. Welcome into the DLLS Cowboys pregame. Getting ready to beat the Vikings by, give or take, 35, maybe 40. We'll talk about this game, who's in, who's out, the biggest stories with your Dallas Cowboys, and it all starts. It is the DLLS Cowboys pregame show, and you know that it is powered by our friends at Prize Picks. Download that app today. Use the code DLLS, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. We appreciate you guys being here. Let's get ready for Cowboys and Vikings. It is indeed win or go home. I see you in the chat. It is game day.
Oh,
Indeed.
It's game time.
It's fine.
It all works.
That's fine.
What time is it? Game day. Oof.
Guess what day it is? Hi, everyone. My name is Jeff. Next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
How you doing, Jesse?
I'm great, man. I'm feeling great.
Okay.
Smelling good. Looking great.
All
Life's great.
That's nice.
Do you wear cologne? You're a cologne wearer?
I had a bottle of cologne.
Oh, no. The answer is no. You can just
Someone
say,
gave me.
You can just say no. You can just say no.
8 years ago, 9 years ago.
So you could just say no.
And I still had about 3/4 of it.
That's insane.
The last time I saw it about 6 months ago, but now I can't find it. So it must have got thrown out
No cologne.
when somebody cleaned out a drawer.
You treat your body just like you treat your food.
What's that mean?
No seasoning.
No. I just had some.
No seasoning on your body.
No.
No seasoning on your body, man.
Our friends from Wild Fork Foods were just here.
Yeah.
And there was seasoning.
Yeah.
The jalapeno sausage, kicking.
Yeah.
The wangs
Yeah.
had a little clucker dust on it. Kicking.
Clucker dust.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it adds a little heat to the chicken.
Shout out to my boy Gonzo.
Yeah, Gonzo does good stuff. Shout out to Casey. Shout out to Wild Fork. But also shout out to our friends at Prize Picks, of course, the presenting sponsor of this broadcast. It's good to see you guys. And yeah, we're getting ready for the Cowboys to beat up on the Vikings. And it's hard to do the Sunday night game this late in the season, Jesse, because you're supposed to get ready for the show.
Been waiting all day.
You're supposed to be prepping the show.
Mm-hmm.
And my prepping the show is like I open a tab and I'm like, let me think about a topic. Red zone.
Yeah.
And I just keep watching the games. And especially when you need a bunch of people to lose, you just keep watching the games. So I would like to salute the Lions for losing to the Rams. I'd like to salute the Panthers for going from beating the Rams to losing to the Saints, which is the greatest turnaround I've ever seen. And who else did we have? Do we have another good one for us? The Panthers lost. That was good. The Lions lost. That was good.
Did Green Bay lose?
Eagles won by 100. Green Bay lost.
Oh, Green Bay lost.
But they're way out front.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were down 8, and I'm pretty sure Micah Parsons is out for the year and maybe next year.
Yeah.
Looked like he did a really bad thing to his left leg. But, yeah. Denver
T's and
looks pretty
P's
legit.
to Micah Parsons and Patrick Mahomes.
And
Thoughts and prayers to go to Patrick Mahomes. They both like they tore some sort of ACL-ish.
we are losing lots of really good players today.
We're losing
And that is
recipes.
unfortunate. We got a super chat already in the show. We're going to check in with Clarence Hill just in a second here. Anthony's in the super chat. Prayers to Micah. Never wish for that. We watching the game together or post game? We'll be here for the post game. We have watch alongs every once in a while. This one's just going to be a post game show. And Jeffelis, I blame Jerry for Parsons' ACL tear. Heel up, number one. I don't know if that was official yet, but I did see it was a non-contact injury, and I thought, yeah, it's probably his ACL or his Achilles.
Yeah.
And in that case, I guess you're hoping for ACL or a hyperextension.
We're hoping for hyperextension.
I haven't been looking for updates, so I don't know for sure yet. Clarence Hill is joining us wearing his DLLS hoodie, which you can get in our merch store at alldlls.com. If you're a diehard, you get 20% off of it. What's up, Clarence?
What's up, guys? Couple of things. I think Jesse.
Oh, you hold on. You came to work like Dak today. Y'all was both casual. Y'all both casual at work today.
I'm actually under the weather. I don't know if you see my eye. It looks like I got hit. I got an eye infection. It's like
Got glaucoma?
killing me. No, that contact thing I be doing. I kept never contact in too long. My eyes messed up.
Yeah, you know what else they say about that? How you get that pink eye?
Yeah.
I
Farting on a pillow.
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about, but
Okay.
it ain't that. But anyway,
Okay.
Jesse, you know Jeff was an ex body spray guy. First of all, come on.
No.
Now I'm
I mean,
telling
maybe
you,
when I was 17.
he treats his body like he treats his chicken. He don't season it.
I have naturally nice pheromones.
Okay, I'm glad you guys had the Wild Pork. I went out to the appearance of Wild Pork yesterday, and with the NBA team and the Mavs crew, and got some of the jalapeno sauce. It was really good, really good.
You was
So I'm glad.
embarrassing the show though, because you was out there dogging it.
Man, I tell you, I'm under the weather. I was just good to be out there. You know, I was glad.
Okay.
I was just like, let me throw something on, and I told Bob, Ben I was coming, so let me go on and show up. You know, I took one for the team. Okay.
Now, Clarence,
But
you can tell us your Cowboy stuff in a second, but I'm just going to tell you they brought food for about 60 people, and there are 3 of us here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bag that. And if you need some sausage or some wings, I got you.
you're gonna take it home. We got a post game party.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
And then,
we're gonna be okay.
And then you're gonna get pink eye. Ha!
Tell me about the football team, Clarence.
Well, Logan Wilson is gonna start. I mean, Shotty kind of confirmed that. You know, it's a typical Cowboys. They react to the media. You know, and all the media talk about Logan Wilson and K9 and everything with Kenneth Murray. And now we're gonna start him 4 weeks later. I mean, you didn't have no problem putting Demo on the field as soon as he showed up. You know, you had a problem putting Quentin Williams on the field, but you had a problem putting Logan Wilson on the field for Kenneth Murray, and only because of all the media excitement and everything else everybody was talking about and pointing it out that now we react. Okay, Logan Wilson starting this week. He can see things. He understands things. He can read and react. Now we see that. That's what you traded for. That's what you promised when you traded for him. That he's going to have an instant impact because he was a veteran, and now he's going to start this week. So Logan Wilson's going to start this week. The Diggs talk is still crazy to me. What's going on with Diggs? Shotty, on the pregame show, talked about the consistency. Jerry said they're still evaluating his health, which is Diggs took the majority of starter reps this week in practice. Okay, why are you wasting reps if you don't know if this guy's going to play? Now you got the day before the game, you make this because the coaches they thought he was going to play. And
you
now,
saw that at practice, yes.
Yes.
What eye did you use to see that?
Yeah, was that the pink one or the other one?
My good eye. My good eye.
Your wonk eye. You had a wonk eye.
It's good eye on it.
But you saw him out there with Lamb and Rebel and how they were doing things. Okay, this is what's going to happen. That's why I thought he was going to play. Especially because he was very confident about his health and everything, and did not say anything bad about the organization and the consistency talk and whatever else, and says he wants to be here. And now, we're back to square one, and it's cool. I mean, but it clearly this is personal. This is not about health. You put him on injury reserve for health, right? Now you can't get him up injury reserve for consistency or whatever else. The consistency, you played him first 8 weeks where we was playing with that same attitude. Now it's a problem. This is personal. It goes back to, obviously the off season and everything that transpired. And again, we can argue all day whether talent wise he's one of your better corners and what you have him out there on the field. But just stop the lies. And that's the frustrating part about it is, you're making it seem like this is all about practice habits and work habits and everything else. Could this be that you don't want him to get hurt, so you have to owe him some more money up on the contract because you're going to get rid of him after the season? What is this really about?
And Clarence, have you figured out, and are you prepared to share with the people month or so ago when there was some sort of injury at the house? Apparently, are you prepared to let us know what that was?
No, but we've listen. Guys are late. Guys miss buses. Guys cut their hands on stuff. We don't that if you playing, it don't matter.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
how many things are they excused? We're not gonna act like that's why you're not playing. Let's not do that because they let guys play for a lot of reasons and a lot of things. But
Concussion symptoms can linger for a month and a half at times.
It's not about a concussion. They all said the concussion is not an issue. So
okay,
it's just interesting. But hey, the bottom line is this: the Cowboys need to win out. I mean, the Cowboys need to win out. And they have, and it starts tonight, and let the chips fall when they may. But I was talking to Dak the other day, and he was talking about I don't look back, I can look forward, and you can talk about the games we should have, would have, could have lost or whatever else, and if we beat these teams, and if they'd have beat Green Bay, everybody's still mad at the clock operator. If they beat Green Bay, and maybe they beat Carolina, maybe Jerry doesn't make the trade with Quentin Williams. And to me, therein lies the problem. Because if you do beat Green Bay, because the clock operator stops the clock or whatever else, or ends the game as he should have, and you do beat Carolina because you score in the red zone, that does not change the fact that your defense was god awful and you need to improve. They made the trade because they were god awful, and because it was 3-5-1. I need to throw something against the wall to pacify everybody that's upset. But if they would not have been 3-5 when they had won those games and been in contention, you still should have made the trade. But we know they wouldn't have, because that's not how they do business.
That's fair. And even with the trade, I mean, Jeff, I know you have some numbers.
Oh, we don't have to do that.
Okay,
never
mind.
I was trying to have a nice night, roll into this game, feeling good about beating them. 38-4, give or take, something like that is the score I was thinking. And my friend at ESPN, Bill Barnwell, put out the numbers. He was like, Cowboys before the trade deadline, Cowboys after the trade deadline. And I was thinking the defense would be like, 18.
Yeah.
Like, we've been all right-ish, kind of. Yeah, they're 26 to 28, depending on how you want to measure it. So they're still bad at defense, and J.J. McCarthy might put 200, 300. He's only thrown for 200 yards once in his career. I'm thinking he goes for 300 tonight. Justin Jefferson is averaging like 60-something yards a game, but he's only gone over 60 yards a game, I think, once. With J.J. throwing, I think he goes for $150 tonight.
That's crazy.
Okay?
And let's be honest, it's the numbers. Diggs has done a good job in the past against Jefferson. Diggs not on the field.
Yeah, it's a weird story. Thanks, Clarence. We appreciate you.
All right, man.
And somebody did ask in the chat about the Trayvon Diggs situation, because once you open the practice window for a guy who's on injured reserve, you have a certain amount of time to activate him, or he's done
days.
for the year, which means he will have to be activated
next Sunday.
What do you call it? This week?
This
week?
Sunday.
What do you say on Sundays? He will have to play
A
in the
week
game
from
next
today.
week, or he is done. And
for the season.
I kind of think the fact that he's not playing tonight means he's done. Like, all indications are that he is physically ready to play football, and they're still opting not to, which just makes the whole thing weird.
And
What
Clarence
was the
said
point
it.
of ever opening a practice window? What's the point of going through any of this if you just either he is done with you or you are done with him? Because I saw Jordan Schultz with the report, and Jordan Schultz has he's an NFL insider. I apologize for my quotation marks, but he works with guys in the NFL that with their marketing and stuff, and I believe Diggs is one of them. And so he reported that the relationship is strained and maybe severed. And it's just like, you didn't know that 2 weeks ago? Like, what's different?
Right.
Like, just put the player on the football field.
No, I think this may even be a little bit deeper than that. I think it's maybe one of those situations where, ownership kind of uses one guy for an example.
Okay.
To let the rest of the guys know, hey, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
We get the vibe. And that's the thing about that. That is the very fine line that you have to toe or not toe, is that Diggs can do and act and say what he wants when he's playing.
Yeah.
And he's good, because then you can't deny it.
Yeah. I picked off another one this week.
but when you're in that weird mix of kind of, now they can say, oh, remember how you wanted to stick it to us and you had so many things about it, your YouTube situation, all that kind of stuff that you was coming against the establishment.
Yeah.
We're going to stick it to you.
Did you see Josh Butler tweeted today?
I'm not doing this.
He's ready. He can't wait to get out there with
Let's
his
go,
guys.
I think in about 2 weeks, I think you'll get the last 2 games.
Can't wait to get out there with
Can't
his
wait
guys.
to see you out there, Josh.
Anthony's in the super chat. Romo should be in the Hall of Fame for Carrie Underwood alone. LOL. Swayze is in the super chat. That's too bad. Hopefully Green Bay used their first-round pick on a pass rusher. I see what you're doing. Well, you think Jerry is just petty enough that in the post-game, if the Cowboys win, he's feeling good? He'd be like, well, I tell you now, Kenny and Quinnen, they got 4 good knees.
Yeah,
they do. Like, I can see it. CC Blackson, super chat. Possible 49ers or Green Bay can lose out. Hard schedules. Yeah, we're doing some hoping. It's going to start with beating Minnesota tonight. We're going to do some hoping. We'll finish out the super chats. We will take you to the board. Jesse Holley will break down some things the Cowboys are going to have to deal with tonight against the Minnesota Vikings. All those things are next on the DLS Cowboys pregame.
The holiday season is here. Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays. And if you're like Jeff, not like me, but I was out in these stores this past weekend, and you don't want to be in the hustle and bustle of that nonsense. It is crazy. Eliminate all of that in the stores, trying to find parking, all of that stuff, and just get you an Aura frame. That's right, Aura frames. It's a simple use thing. It goes right from your phone right to the frame. It's the perfect gift for anyone in your family. And for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off the best-selling carbon matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter. Use the promo code DLLS, and the deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours now and get it time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. I'm telling you, Aura frames are absolutely the best. If you're a person who loves to have pictures, then you need to get an Aura frame. Terms and conditions apply.
Also want to shout out our friends at Prize Picks. You guys know me by now. I love me some Prize Picks. Got about 17 different things going right now.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I wanted to go Phillip Rivers because the number was so low.
Coward.
It was like 132 yards for Phillip
Coward.
Rivers. And that's all you do. You pick different players. You say, I think they'll have more or less than the projected stat each week. I go with Dak most weeks. This week, he was on sale. Dak was on sale, so I got a little discount there. Got to bring that yardage down by about
Didn't have a suit on today.
That's not okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Just saying.
But yeah, that's all you do with Prize Picks. You make those picks. You do it across any sport, whatever you want to do, and you get the hookup as long as you tell them that we sent you on over there. Download the Prize Picks app, and then what you do is you use the code DLLS, and you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. So you put a $5 lineup in hating on all the Eagles, and whether it works out or not, bang, you've gotten that one in, and you get your $50 in lineups because you played your first $5 lineup. As long as you use the promo code DLLS, get those $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Yes, indeed, and that brings us to our Prize Pick action this evening, and I'm in the action here. See, that was the sale number on Dak. I don't know what it was, but today, instead of his normal number was like 260 something. It was on sale. Got it at 223.5, and I said, he's going to throw for more than that. Justin Jefferson's only gone more than 62.5 receiving yards with J.J. McCarthy once, but I think it happens tonight because the Cowboys' pass defense is atrocious. CeeDee Lamb, more than 4.5 catches. I slid that one to the little green face thing. You know, the return isn't quite as good, but you get a lower number there. Ali, Dak, more than the same numbers on their passing. Brevin Spanford, more than half a receiving yard, and Quinnen Williams to get a sack from Ali. And man of mystery, sometimes. Sometimes he puts his face right on the camera. John has got J.J. McCarthy, less than 1.5 halves. Oh, see? With 100 pass yards. That's a gimme. Aaron Jones, more than 11.5 fantasy score. And George Pickens, longest catch, more than 25.5 yards. That's our pregame picks brought to you by our friends at Prize Picks. Get up in there. Now we go to a man on a board, as Jesse Holly's going to show you some of the things the Cowboys offense is going to have to deal with against Minnesota tonight.
Jeff, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cowboy Nation, these are some things that you have to worry about tonight. And the thing that you hear when you're playing the Minnesota Vikings defense is that Brian Flores is a blitz-happy maniac. And so these are some of the answers that the Cowboys are going to have, especially Brian Schottenheimer and Dak Prescott in this game today. One of the blitzes that Brian Flores is going to run is what we call a cross-dog blitz. So now I want to look at this first picture right here and what Brian Flores wants to do. He wants to confuse the offensive line because the offensive line comes out and we're talking about having a numbers game, right? We know that we have a center, 2 guards, 2 tackles. That's 5. So they're thinking to themselves, what 5 guys on the defensive line that they will have to block, right? So that's why you see guys pointing over here. You hear the quarterback say, hey, 55 is the mic or 54 is the mic. That's when you have 4 down linemen, and then now they ID the backer to let the offensive line know that, hey, that now is the 5th guy to add to this mix. Well, what Brian Flores wants to do is he wants to get these numbers up here, and then he wants to confuse you so that you miscount. So now, if you just looked at this right here, you go, okay, the defense has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Fine. Your offensive line has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, right? So you think to yourself, all right, no problem. He's going to go out to block him, and then he's going to block him, and this center's going to block him, and this guard's going to go over here, and this guard's going to go over here. Everybody's taken care of. But what Brian Flores likes to do is he likes to confuse you. So he'll line you up like this, and then at the snap of the ball, he'll have this defensive tackle kind of almost go towards the center and then back into this guard. So now this guard has to pick him up. This tackle now wants to push all the way out here, right? So He wants to push all the way out here, but this guy now will take a step in and then drop back into coverage. So now you have a guy that's looking to block out here, but there's no longer anybody out here to block. So this guy's pushing out here. Now this center is forced to push out to this guard right there because he stepped down. This guy steps out, this guy steps out. But what Brian Flores wants to do with this cross dog blitz is he wants to now make the center and the running back confused. So now he'll sit, this center blocks this way. Here comes the linebacker this way. Here comes the other linebacker that way. Now they put this quarterback in a bind. You have to make your running back pick one of these guys because guys now have went to their original blocking spots, and now you have a free rusher coming right down the pike at the quarterback, which he doesn't want. Now, here's another look. That's the cross dog blitz from a distance. Here's another look where Brian Flores will line his defensive lineman up. Now, you break the huddle and you line up your offensive line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're saying, okay, 5 guys on the offensive line. Well, Brian Flores is going, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on the defensive line. So now guys are calling out things and quarterbacks saying, hey, he's the Mike. And they're trying to figure things out all the while. You don't know who is coming. And then at the snap of the ball, you'll start seeing this safety go back into the field, right? You'll see a defensive end pop out here and play a little bit. And now because these two Mike backers are what we call mugged up in the line of scrimmage in the A gaps. This is the A gap. This is the B gap. This is the C gap outside, right? So now this center has to make a decision. He's either going to go right or left, and the running back has to pick up the other one. So what you'll have is now is if they don't make the right decision, this linebacker actually, he stepped down to the center and also engaged in the center, and then he came off, and then this guy came around, and then the linebacker engaged, and then he whipped around him. So when this running back sees this center engage with this linebacker, he's thinking, well, I'm going to go get the other guy. So now when he chases to get that other linebacker, the linebacker that was engaged bumps around, that center runs into this linebacker, and now you have a free blitzing linebacker that the quarterback now has to navigate in the pocket to try to find things in the back end. And they confuse you in the back end because it looks like cover 4 when it starts. But what ends up happening is this nickel will then go up here, and then they'll play cover 6 because they'll do 2 on one side. This safety will have this DB will have this. And so now that's what you have cover 6. You have cover 4 on one side, cover 2 on the back side. So in today's game, Brian Schottenheimer has to have answers. Dak Prescott have to have answers, but they have to make sure that what they see pre-snap is what they have the answer for post-snap, because guys will be in the line of scrimmage, will be looking to blitz, they'll back out, they'll come over. And I was reminded of the play back in Carolina when we wanted Kenneth Murray to come from this spot down here and kind of intercept that slant route that they threw over here, and he was a step too slow. You can see plays like that happening from this Minnesota Vikings defense. This defense is a really good defense. I know that we have CD and George Pickens out there, but the quarterback and the offensive coordinator are going to have the answers for this blitzing defense that Brian Flores is going to throw at the Cowboys today at AT&T Stadium. So we'll see what happens, but it should be a good one. Jeff, back to you.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Jesse Holley just swerved across 7 lanes of traffic to take a shot at Kenneth Murray. And I don't know if he needed that today, you know? Today on the day where Logan Wilson is going to be the starting middle linebacker. We'll see what the snap count looks like, but Logan Wilson is going to be the starter. I want to read you a quote from Brian Schottenheimer pregame on the Cowboys flagship, The Fan, talking about Trayvon Diggs. These are Brian Schottenheimer words on Trayvon, and I quote, Trey's working his way back through this ramp-up period. I think what people need to understand is when you don't play football for a couple weeks, you don't forget how to play. But the movement qualities and things you have to do, get out there, running around, communicating, you're not out there by yourself. Trayvon has got to continue doing what he's been doing, which is have a good week of prep, be great in the meetings. If he does that, I think we know the type of player and impact he can have on our team. I appreciate Shotty talking his way into a circle there. He talked himself right in a circle. So you know what he has to do is these things that he's been doing. But he needs to do those things
Still
that he's
do
been
those things.
doing.
Yeah.
We opened his window 2 weeks ago, which
Yeah.
normally you open that window and a guy a lot of times out there that week. But I appreciate the circle he's talking himself in. And I'll just read into it in Recky Specky for you here. This means that he has not been great in meetings. And they think that Trayvon Diggs is not up to speed with what they want him to do and how they want to play defense. And they think that Trayvon Diggs, once again, in their eyes, just isn't working very hard. That's my Recky Specky of the day.
And I don't think you're too far off from that. But again, I think that there is a lot of bad blood between Trayvon Diggs, the coaching staff, and the front office. And until that gets rectified or figured out or however they're going to have it.
That's going to get rectified here in about 4 weeks when the season ends. And they tell him, you can do whatever you want. The cut won't be official until June 1st. But we can tell you're good to go.
And I think I saw something the other day about he's representing himself.
What?
He doesn't have an agent.
Is he really? I don't know.
I think that's, is that it, John? Yeah, he's representing himself.
I could see that. I could see him being
that,
capable of that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure.
I don't know about capable of that.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
I don't think that's a wise decision for Trayvon. But
a couple more super chats. We got Anthony in there. He said Kenneth from Oklahoma isn't benched because of the media. He's benched because he is the worst player in professional sports. Finally, I'm not going to take shots at the guy on his way out. I'll just say, hopefully, you do get a little uptick in your linebacker play now that you are replacing the middle linebacker. In theory, I mean, it could still be like, yeah, Logan's the starter, and they both played 30 snaps. Swayze's in the super chat. Trayvon's been a bum since Al Harris left. He also disrespected the boss. What did he expect? That's life.
That's a good point.
That's probably fair.
Well, I don't know about. I'm not gonna say he's a bum. I'm gonna say the disrespecting the boss part.
It's not the best, but you pointed that out when Micah was going through his stuff. You were like, I don't know why Trayvon keeps standing next to him during this stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like
they already don't like you.
Like look, street rules say if I don't like a man and you keep standing next to him, by just osmosis, that mean that you against me too. So I gotta take both of y'all out. That's just street rules.
And then you send out the one that actually can get away with it because he's that good.
Right.
And now you're standing there like,
uh-oh.
Hey, guys.
And you're not performing. It's one thing if you were able to perform like you did years ago. Then, again, when you do that, you can stand there and say anything and everything that you want.
Yeah.
But when you're hurt and you're not performing well and things aren't going well, screw you.
Like, you should see the way, just to relate this to anybody else's job, you should see the way that Jesse and I talk to our boss. We disrespect that man directly to his face constantly. Why? Because we're good at this. Come on, give me a fist bump on that.
Yeah. No,
Clarence can't do that, you know?
No.
Clarence can't be reckless like that.
No, he's too close to he's real close to retirement. And they'll snatch that from him.
Mugaleta.
Yeah.
I appreciated the work that you did on the board, the man on the board. And I do want to just let people know that when the thing that a team worries about a lot about their opponent is something that is going towards your strength, I feel good about this game is what I'm saying. Yeah. When you're talking about, hey, what is going to really matter is the interior of this offensive line and the running back being able to sift through what is coming. Like, I'll take my chances with Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, and Javonte figuring that out. If you'd have gone over to that board and been like, here's the problem with these pass rushers coming off the edge, I'd have gone, dang it.
Yeah.
This could be a long night.
Now, listen, I'm giving you a preview of what I've seen other games.
Yeah, you say, I just picked one thing.
Right?
Doesn't
now,
mean
they may look at the games and go, stop, John, stop. They may go, you know what? He just put up inactives. But they may
did
say,
I never go to the inactive?
No, it wasn't that.
Tyler got into inactive for a third straight week. That's tough, yeah.
You didn't go to the inactive either, but it is, they could say, you know what? We're not going to go inside. We're going to blitz on the outside.
They could. And here's a look at the Dallas Cowboys inactives today. Can I get it one more time just so I can try to get the names off of it? Let me see one more time. Just one more time.
Well, I spelled one of them wrong, and I'm not trying to call attention to it, so it will not be going up again.
Okay, well, here's
Tyler Guyton's inactive. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Clowney's active.
This will definitely not draw attention to it at all.
Yeah, Jalen Tolbert, Jay Toya, Perrion Winfrey.
Now, was Tolbert active last week?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, they're going back-to-back weeks against
Yeah.
him. Oh, I thought for sure this would be a Mingo week.
Yeah, no.
Down. Watch out. This could be a big week for Mingo. I got CeeDee Lamb going for $150. I got Pickens going for about $100, and I got the Cowboys winning this game 33-24. Jesse Holly, what you thinking?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to win this game, but they have to blow this team out. If it's not a blowout, I think the Vikings will win. So I'm going to take the Cowboys 30 the Vikings 14.
Smash that like button on your way out and make sure you're back here for the post game. Report for duty back here for the post game. Enjoy the Cowboys whooping up on the Vikings. We'll celebrate in just a bit, all right? Remember, you have no idea what anyone's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.